And I just wish that everybody who wants to be a little sissy girl gets the chance to wear pretty clothes, they get the chance to wear diapers, and they get the chance to be a little baby girl.
Hello, you wonderful people. Welcome back. Are you ready for more madness? Let's start wading through this swamp. I didn't get that. I'm out of the loop.
I have declared war upon the Cybermen.
This is not war. This is pest control.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Oh, God, these people, honestly, who don't want porn and propaganda in libraries as pests. Yeah, pest control. Why the children? Why always the children? It's getting stupid.
This is pest control.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
How is this not propaganda? It's getting to the point now where I think they're trying to do it so overtly that they think that we think they're not serious. They assume that we see this and we just think they're being silly and they're expressing themselves. It's blatant propaganda. It's getting stupid now. I don't understand why it's like, it seems to be children at the target. My channel has morphed more and more into leave the kids alone. I don't understand what's going on over there. I really don't.
It looks like these homosexuals have set up a free library. Let's take a look. This little free library was built by hand by two extremely domestic lesbians.
My friends are...
You see what I'm saying? Like, just stop for a second. Just stop for a second, right? If we had a section of a school library dedicated to heterosexual sex, it would be classed as pornographic and not suitable for children. That's what it would be. If we had a section that was dedicated to teaching people about heteronormative relationships, as they like to say, if we had a section dedicated to that, it would be inappropriate for children. Can we all agree on that? If that's inappropriate, so is this. It's got nothing to do with the fact that you are gay. It's all to do with the fact that they are children. That's the problem that I have. You want to be gay, you go and be gay. I've got gay subscribers. I see you, Donny. They know what I'm saying, right? You want to be gay, you be gay. That's you. You do you. I want you to be happy. You try and pursue it and do what you need to do. But the moment your happiness affects somebody else in a negative way, you need to stop, right? So if I enjoy murdering, right, and it makes me happy to murder, I can't just go and murder people because it makes me happy, right? If you're gay and being gay makes you happy, great. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. I really am, because it means that you've got some sense of contentment inside yourself. Good. You're not struggling as much. But the moment you try and force somebody else or change somebody else into something that they are not, for the sake of your happiness, you've stepped over a line. You've stepped over a line. And I will say this one thing here as well to all the gay people that are watching. I've got your back in this because, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the majority of people that experience gender dysphoria will grow up to be homosexuals. Right? So if you've got a girl who's tomboyish and she's got a little bit of gender dysphoria and she doesn't feel quite like a lady, she'll grow up and she'll chances are be a lesbian. Right? She'll either be a lesbian or she'll come out of it and she'll be a feminine woman. And it's the same with guys. You could have a guy who's really, really effeminate. He doesn't really see himself as a guy. And then he grows up and then he's a really feminine gay man. And that's fine. That's okay. But to trans them is a new form of conversion therapy. There are going to be no gay people left in 30 years' time because they're all going to get transed. Because we don't give these children long enough to understand who they are. People don't realise they're gay until they're 18, 19 years old sometimes. It can take years to work this stuff out. So to jump in before they've even had a chance to do it is completely wrong. This is why I always maintain, once you pass 25, you do what you want to do. If you experience gender dysphoria and it's the symptoms begin to appear at 8 years old, you maintain your gender until you hit 25. and then you'll either be a gay man or a gay woman, or you'll come out of it and you'll be okay, or you can transition at that point. But until that point, it's completely unreasonable to transition because you haven't experienced the full journey yet. So, yeah, the trans movement is erasing women, it's erasing gay people, and it's harming children, right? These aren't things that make me transphobic. These are the realities. I've got nothing against trans people. Like I say, it's the same as homosexuality. Once you get past 25, if it's making you happy, do it. Trust me. If you think it makes you happy, do it. If you want to pierce yourself, you want to dye your hair blue, you want to cover yourself in tattoos, you do you, right? But until you get to that age, it's really unreasonable to do it. So I'm not transphobic for saying these things, because women are getting erased, children are getting targeted, and gay people are getting erased. This is a fact. This is a fact. I'm sorry if it offends you.
Ask me about my sexuality. I choke up and joke that the answer's not easy. Like I'm watching a Disney movie and the couple gets it on. But who should I look at? Is it Shang or Mulan? I like boys and girls.
See, we don't have books that are like straight heroes and straight people that were influential through history. We don't need to do this because it's inherently sexual.
But I still don't know why I couldn't get either one. If I really tried switching my preference like an on and off switch.
Ms. Navaroli, are you familiar with the account Libs of TikTok? That account posted false information about Boston Children's Hospital, claiming that they were providing hysterectomies to children.
Gender-affirming hysterectomy is very similar to most hysterectomies that occur. A hysterectomy itself is the removal of the uterus, the cervix, which is the opening of the uterus, and the fallopian tubes, which are attached to the sides of the uterus. Some gender-affirming hysterectomies will also include the removal of the ovaries, but that's technically a separate procedure called a bilateral oophorectomy. And not every gender-affirming hysterectomy includes that, and people who are getting gender-affirming hysterectomies do not have to have their ovaries removed.
Do you know what?
Hysterectomies on children. Hysterectomies on children. This is... right. Do you know the reasons that you'd have a hysterectomy? Do you know the common reasons? Right? It's disease or problems during gestation. They're the two most common reasons. So, disease can be anything. You can catch anything. It can be an STI. It can be hereditary. You can get disease that gives you a problem. It could be cancer. And you need to have it removed. Right? Problematic reasons that you get removed. Yeah. The second most common reason, there's a plethora of reasons, but these are the most common. The second reason is childbirth. So sometimes in childbirth things can go wrong. It can lead to problems with the uterus. Like for example, if the umbilical cord is yanked too hard, or it's tied around the baby's foot, pull the baby out, and then it comes out, and then it damages the top of the womb, top of the uterus. Your body can't repair it sometimes. So hysterectomy, or you're going to die. They're the reasons that you do it, right? So how those reasons are comparable to a 14-year-old who's uncomfortable with their body, I don't understand the leap that's been made there. I genuinely do not understand the leap that's been made there, and I would love to try and debate somebody on them justifying why hysterectomy is okay for a child with a mental condition. I would love to have that debate with somebody.
What country the Great Wall of China is in?
Country?
Yeah. Maybe you have to guess.
I've mentioned this before about the US, some people in the US not knowing how to label states. Now, I don't think I'm going to have a problem with my audience being offended here, because my audience are either intellectually okay or slightly older, and you, even if you're not the smartest, you still come from a generation that had common sense, right? So we are screwed is actually true. These guys that are coming out of the education system at the minute, they can't answer the most basic common knowledge questions. Well, I say common knowledge anymore, it's uncommon knowledge now. But yeah, let's watch.
Japanese?
Yes. How many days of the week end with the letter Y?
Monday. And is the 5 days out the week? Except for Thursday?
Do you know what two countries border the USA?
No.
Like what's on top of us and what's below us?
Isn't the North Pole below us?
Yeah. And what else?
What is above us? Is it Europe? Because...
Is that your guess?
Yes, that's my guess.
Yes. You just guessed? That's insane.
I have no words for that, honestly. Honest to God. Honest to God. The Dunning-Kruger effect in full effect, right? The Dunning-Kruger effect is, John Cleese summed it up beautifully. Some people are so stupid that they lack the intelligence to understand their own stupidity. Ergo, they don't know they're stupid. They just don't know it. Because to be good at something, right, you have to know how to do that thing, right? So to know you are doing something wrong requires you to know how to do it right. So if you don't know what right is, you just think you're right all the time. Dunning-Kruger effect.
This question says, what do your students call you since you're non-binary? Miko's one of my students.
I've seen this one before. This teacher before.
What do you call me, Miko?
They, them.
That's my pronouns, but what do you call me as your teacher?
Teacher Roby.
So you know my pronouns are they, them. You know that you go by, or I go by Teacher Roby. What are your pronouns?
She, her.
Very good. And how do you feel about calling me Teacher Roby, and how do you feel about my pronouns being they, them?
I feel good about your pronouns, and I think you should accept yourself and don't listen to the disrespect.
You should definitely accept yourself. Absolutely. I love that for you.
This dynamic here doesn't seem like a teacher-student dynamic to me. This seems like a therapist-patient dynamic to me. This seems like coaching to me. Because a teacher, like, so class, after looking at the demonstration on the board, we can safely say that 3 + 3 + 4 = 10. You wouldn't then proceed to ask the class how the class felt about the fact. How do you feel about that? It's irrelevant how I feel, miss. The answer's still correct. Like, I don't get it. This is like, so how do you feel? And the coaching them. I don't understand why people don't see this as problematic. Do I just see too far into the future? Am I too many moves ahead? Have I got my rook in a position that people can't see? Knight to b4.
And when sometimes if a student messes up my pronouns and says she, her, or calls me Miss Roby, what do I say?
You say she or they.
Right, and then I also will remind you to call me what?
Teacher Roby.
And that's it. Do I ever get upset at you?
No.
Do I ever make you upset or feel unsafe?
No.
Do you feel safe?
Yes.
Very good. All right.
So if the child feels safe with the abuser, the abuse isn't happening. Is that the logic that's happening there? Because that seems faulty.
Bye!
Bye.
This comment says, damn, you really dislike white people, don't you?
Are we going to get some racism here? This person claims that because of white supremacy, she can't love the way that she can't love the way she wants to and has to be careful going outside.
Oh, I've been waiting for this too. This is a really bad question, but I love answering this really bad question, so hear me and hear me good. I do not hate white people. I hate that white supremacy does not allow me to love the way that I want to. Love is the only thing that makes sense in this world to me. And I hate any system that forces me to be careful about how I love in the world. I don't hate white people. I hate that white supremacy means that I can't go over all of my white friends' houses because what if they're less accepting, closed-minded grandmas there? I don't hate men. I hate the system of patriarchy and misogyny that means I have to be careful about even going outside where men might be located. After all I've learned about racism, I still don't believe that white people are bad people. I hate that white supremacy has taught white people that they're the only normal people. I hate systems that don't allow me to love.
I don't understand how that ties into not being able to love, but yeah, fair enough. Okay, I don't like white supremacy either. I don't like it either. I think they're fucking idiots. I think anybody who believes that one race isn't even a thing. Race isn't even a thing. If anything, if you want to get specific, we're different colours. That's it, really. We're different shades. What shade of human are you? That's it. Because we can all interbreed. Like, we're not different races. Like, we're different breeds. We're different kinds of people. We're all the same. We just look a bit different. That's it. The things about you that separate you from me, dear viewer, is our culture. That's it. That's what separates us. The way that I speak, my enunciation, my emphasis on syllables, it all comes from my culture. It's got nothing to do with the way that I look. Like, look at Tarzan. He was a gorilla, wasn't he? Because he was raised by gorillas. It's your culture. So yeah, I'm glad that she said that. I'm glad that she clarified that she doesn't hate white people, she hates white supremacy. Because we can agree on that. I do agree with her on that. I don't like any supremacy movement. I don't like feminism because it puts men beneath and it teaches women loads of delusional things. It's just feminism is misandry. They don't like calling it misandry because misogyny is a bad thing, so misandry has to be a bad thing too. So they just call it feminism. It's the same thing. It's not good for anybody. It's not good for anybody. It's maybe good for 5 or 6 people at the top. That's it.
Every black person has experience walking around or near white people, and they will literally bump into you or not move out your way or hit you with their car. But I found out last year, I think it was, that there was a study done that showed like they really don't view us as human beings when we walking. Like they're not gonna step out the way when it comes to us. And ever since I learned that, I don't move out the way for white people no more. Like if we shoulder to shoulder, like we just gonna have to bump. So it happened today. We sharing this sidewalk. It's me and Miles, and then it's this white lady and her homegirl or friend, whatever. So we walking. I see you coming the same way you see me coming. And when I tell you, I big body, strong body, boom. She turned around. Yeah, you saw me, just like I saw you, and I ain't stepping to the side. I ain't stepping to the side no more.
So victim culture has got you believing that all people of a certain pigmentation are now worthy of assault in the street if they do not get out of your way. Sounds like a supremacy movement.
Yeah. People use this talking point for cops too, you know? There are good cops. There are nice cops. But like every other day you wake up and like there's one that shot somebody in the back or like killed somebody at a routine traffic stop or killed a child.
More white people are killed by police each year. More white people are killed by police each year. So this is an irrelevant arguing point. The only way that it makes sense is if you try to look at it from like a percentage point of view where there's like a greater percentage of black people are killed, but then it comes down to culture. If a white kid was raised in the same neighborhood, I'm sure he'd act the same.
Child, and it's like maybe we don't need to trust cops entirely, or in my case at all, because fucking ACAB, period. Or, you know, not all men, you know what I mean? Like, not all men are bad, and it's like, yeah, but like the majority of them commit violent crime.
So you've just defeated your own argument. Yeah, not all of them do it. The majority of them commit violent crimes. No, they don't. What you're saying there is the majority of violent crimes are committed by men, but the majority of men don't commit violent crimes. For example, I've never committed a violent crime. None of my friends have ever committed, well, a few of them, but I don't consider them friends anymore. But I don't know many people that have committed violent crimes. So to say that the majority, look, but yeah, like the majority of them commit violent crimes or sex crimes. No, we don't. Like, that's just a ridiculous statement.
Or sex crimes, so it's like maybe a case-by-case basis, you feel me? And here we are, white people, right? Not all white people are racist. Like, some of us have good characteristics, like yeah, but the majority of y'all like to vote for Trump and Republicans, so it's like,
this is what I'm saying about your insular little world. I'm not American, so I didn't vote for Donald Trump. So that you assuming that I think a certain way because of my skin tone makes you a fucking racist. It also makes you an idiot because you can't see your own hypocrisy.
Like, maybe we need to be a little bit hesitant about the white people that we allow into our space.
So we need to segregate and vet people before they come in based on their ethnicity. Sounds like a supremacist movement to me.
You see what I'm saying? So you're right, baby girl. I don't know you. But here's what I have learned about you. You're a hit dog. And ow, ow, ow! You howled. You hollered. So, I don't know. Reflect.
So you make a racist statement and insult somebody, and then when that person calls you out, ergo me right now, calling you out for your blatant bigotry. So because I'm white, I think that way, even though I'm British. So if I get offended, ow, 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 I'm just a howling dog. No, I'm a growling wolf coming to tear your throat out with logic and fact and reason, because you didn't make any sense just then. Not all men are racist. The majority of them commit sex crimes. No, we don't. The majority of sex crimes are committed by men, but the majority of men don't commit them. So, for example, all racism that doesn't affect white people, chances are, is being committed by white people. But it doesn't mean all white people are racist. 9/11 happened because of Muslims. There's 2 billion Muslims on the planet. If you think all Muslims are terrorists, you're a fucking idiot. It's 0.0000001%. So insignificant a number, it's not even measurable. Yet you will say all Muslims are terrorists. It doesn't make any sense. You're completely irrational. Yeah, this is the thing as well. I saw a news article about this, and I didn't want to read it because I had a feeling it would crop up. I saw the article and I thought this has to be satire. Then I realised where I was reading it and it was genuine.
Hello everybody, this is Sissy Little Girl Pansy, and I wanted to show everybody the kind of diapers that I wear all the time. I am so glad that I am in diapers, and I am so glad that I am a little sissy baby girl. And I am so glad that I know that I will never ever have to be an adult ever again. And I just wish that everybody who wants to be a little sissy girl gets the chance to wear pretty clothes, they get the chance to wear diapers, and they get the chance to be a little baby girl. Okay, bye-bye.
This has been happening for a while. This has been happening for a very long time. There's been men that like to dress up as babies. Goes back years. Goes back as long as transvestitism, which used to be cross-dressing. Yeah, it goes back a while. So it's not new. This isn't new. The publicity and the popularity of it is new. The social contagion that seems to be rampaging through society at the moment. That's what's new. But yeah, if you don't know what infantilized means, that's what it means.
My name is Tristan. I am the host of the Asylum System, and if you have met us, you have probably met me. My name is Onyx. I am the primary protector of the Asylum System. I mainly hold traumas regarding adulthood abuse and adulthood abusers.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm the social protector of the Asylum System. I've been around for a very, very long time.
Hi, I'm Doe. They don't really know about me yet. I don't know if they'll see this until later, but it's a secret. Hi, I'm Nova. I am the system caretaker. Hi, my name is Maple. I am a normal in the Asylum System, and as of making this video, we're still working out my job. Hi, I'm Reina. I like this filter. It looks like I have stickers on my face. And this is Frog. This is Frog.
I'm Oksana. I am the Little's caretaker, and they call me the creative. I mostly stay in the inner world.
My name is Craven. I am the integration of Moran and Ghost. Jade. Everyone's been calling me Tetra.
Hi, I'm Mercury. I don't know my role in the system, and I used to be a protector.
Hi, my name is Ginger. I'm a gatekeeper in the Asylum System, and they like to call me the filing cabinet of useless facts.
Finally, I made myself very clear.
So she believes she's got multiple variants of herself in her head. You definitely, there definitely is a mental health crisis going on in this country, like in America, in there. And it's happening over in the UK. It's definitely happening here. That is completely crazy. The way that she believes that she's got all these things. I don't even think she believes this. I think chances are I think she's doing that for publicity and popularity on TikTok. Have you seen that girl who's got 15 different personalities? Yeah, but have you seen that one who's got 19 and they're just one-upping themselves all the time? That is completely crazy. The closest that I can even relate to that is the fact that we've got different aspects of our psyche. So I often say it to my friends, like, there's a lazy version of me, and then there's a horny version of me, and there's an angry version of me, and they will try and tell me things. So, like, when your anger's talking to you, chances are it's not giving you good advice. So you need to learn to, like, compartmentalise your anger and try and keep it a little bit further back. And then if you've got a lazy side that's telling you to stay on the sofa and eat those Cheetos, no, you fat fuck, get up and do some exercise. You're listening to that voice, it's letting you do it. So she's just taken all these voices, which most people would just call their conscience. she's taken all these little voices and given them all an external personality. So when she feels a certain way, she believes she is a different person. This is what I'm saying. She doesn't understand how to navigate her emotions and stuff. Why would you let that person make a life-altering decision? If she gets to 25 and she's still that crazy, let her do it. But now, she looked about 14. She must be between 14 and 18. She must be around there. Somewhere around there. Like, she's clearly not mentally stable. She either needs therapy or another form of help. But TikTok is definitely not the right thing for her.
Clearly say, we have to use a condom. With some embarrassment, he regained control of himself. He took a deep, shuddering breath and said, I have a couple in my wallet. Let's use two, just to be sure, I said. Okay, he said. But once he started to kiss me again, the taste and smell of him overwhelmed me, and I became frantic to get his clothes off, too. I felt hypnotized as if I were in a dream, and I kept thinking, this is Matt. He is mine now, mine at last.
Okay, I think we get the point. Can you get to
Yes, I can move
your
on to the next
statement?
one. That's fine. Next book, How Sex Apps Work. Step 1. You upload a tiny picture of yourself. What?
What was the first one?
It's on record. It is Girl in Translation and it is mandatory reading for 10th grade honors. Step 1, How Sex Apps Work. Different book. Upload a tiny picture of yourself to the app. The app works out your location. Step 2. Step 3, the app tells you who the nearest homosexuals are. Doesn't matter. Don't focus on that. We don't provide that information to any student. Number 4, you can chat to them. 5, because they are near, it is easy to meet up with them. Page 160, if you are that horny and you want to do a sex meet the trick in public place for a drink first. Number 173, page 173, doing the sex. A good handy is all about the wrist action. Rub the head of his COCK back and forth with your hand. Blowies. Oral sex is popping another dude's peen into your mouth.
Can you move on to the next one,
Yes,
please?
I can. Milk and honey. He guts her with his fingers like he scraped the inside of a cantaloupe clean. I will smile, throw my head back, arch my body like a mountain, and you will split in half. Baby, lick me, like your mouth was the gift of reading.
Can you summarize, please, or be done?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Fluently, vividly, don't you dare leave a single word untouched. I swear my ending will be so good the last few words will come running into your mouth. And when you're done, take a seat, because it's my turn to make music with my knees pressed to the ground. This is in the Citizen's Guide to the U.S. Federal Law on Obscenity, Section 1466A, in the Title 18 United States Code, makes it illegal for any person to knowingly produce, distribute, receive, or possess intent to transfer or distribute visual representations such as drawing, cartoons, or paintings that appear to depict minors engaging in sexually explicit content and are deemed obscene, which what is considered obscene can be determined by referring to the United States Department of Justice. These are all the books in multiple of your schools, and the kids get credit for reading them by the 20 in 4 program that you guys provide. I ask you, what are you going to do about this? Answer.
That's problematic!
Indeed it is, Rob. Indeed it is. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. You see, those books are explicitly pornographic. They are explicitly pornographic. I've covered this in a previous video. Men like to look at things and women like to think about things, right? Women like to imagine and fantasize. Women have got more fantasies locked up in there than men do on average, right? And men look at more women than women look at men on average, because we're visual creatures and they're like mental creatures when it comes to arousal, right? So that was just straight up lady porn. That's what that was. Straight up lady porn. Fucking scraping cantaloupes out and stuff. Awful graphic stuff. To 10th graders. What's a 10th grader? 14. 15, 16, in there somewhere. What the fuck is going on? What is going on? Oh, but yeah, it should be illegal to do it. It is illegal to do it, and they didn't know what to say to that woman. Can you move on, please? Trying to silence her. Why? This is a school board meeting. This is educational material. I should be able to read this. Or is it making you uncomfortable? A fully grown adult. It's making you uncomfortable. So why should children be able to be exposed to it? Not only are they exposed to it, they get extra credit for reading it. They get a bonus. They are incentivized to study it. Cheers for watching, guys. Peace.